Hello everyone, my name is Andrew McAuley from Visa Makers. I hope you can hear me correctly. Um, just started to use a new mic, so hopefully it's coming through loud and clear and you can hear me. Hope you are all well wherever you are in the world. If you're in Australia or overseas, hope your partner visa application is going well, and either you've lodged it or you're looking to lodge it. So I just wanted to bring you a video today just all about the federal budget from yesterday. So there's lots of changes. Obviously, I'm just going to bring it to you in terms of what's happened in terms of partner visas. So there were some announcements made by the federal treasurer, Josh Frydenberg, yesterday, which will affect you should it come into effect. So just before I jump into that, I just wanted to say a big thank you to everyone who enrolled on our Relationship Bundle course. As you may have seen, due to COVID, we're now offering this course for just $49 a month. So the course will focus on exactly what relationship evidence is required by immigration. We also provide you with a detailed checklist. We give you all the templates for your relationship statements, and we provide 50 questions to help you write your statements. So if that's something you're interested in, I'll leave a link in the bottom of the video as well, so you could sign up to that. Okay, so let's just get back into it. So as I said yesterday, as I'm sure you've seen on all the news and things, the budget was laid out by the federal treasurer. What I want to do is just go into a bit on that and how it relates to partner visas. So in terms of partner visas, it's good and it's bad news, as always. It's never always good news. So one thing which is overall quite good news is the planning levels. So the migration planning levels are going to stay the same. So they're staying at 160,000. So that, I suppose, is good news. Also, good news is in terms of the family stream, which includes partner visas. So this is going to be increased from just over 47,000 to 77,000. So this is good news for partner visa applicants or those who've lodged partner visas. So there's going to be much more space or allocation of places to grant partner visas. So good news there. Just on a side note as well, I know you're most likely doing a partner visa, but you may be interested that there's a real focus by the government on these family streams, the partner visas, as I said, but also employer-sponsored visas, global talent visas, and the business innovation visas. So these are going to be priority processed within the skilled stream. So this sort of looks like bad news in reality for points-based visas. For example, skilled independent 189, skilled nominated 190, and the new regional 491. So overall, there's more of a focus on those business-related visas, not the points-based visas. Okay. So some of the changes, just so you can have a look, I've put it on the side notes as well. You may have seen in the post. Okay, so what of immigration? What does the federal treasurer put down as some of the changes? Well, one of the big ones is there's going to be a prioritization for those who are onshore. So great if you're onshore applying for a partner visa. So you'll hopefully be prioritized and they will assess your application sooner. And also where the sponsor lives may also be important to prioritize these applications. So if your sponsor lives in what's called a designated regional area, so essentially, that's every part of Australia except Sydney, Melbourne or Brisbane. This could be good news, meaning that they prioritise those applications. So again, it's the government's push to try and put people into the regional areas and get them out of the three main cities. Yep, so that's that. We're still not sure how they're going to organize that priority, whether they'll be looking at where the sponsor is at the time you apply or where the sponsor is at the time they make a decision on the visa. So we're not sure yet, but all in all, it's more beneficial if your sponsor is living in a designated regional area. So watch this space. Okay, the next really big one, which I'm sure you've heard about, is they're thinking, or they're going to introduce English language requirements for partner visa applicants and their permanent resident sponsors. So we nearly fell off our chair when we saw that one. So this is a huge change if it comes through, basically asking for applicants and permanent resident sponsors to do English tests. So it probably won't affect those applicants from certain countries, for example, Ireland, New Zealand, USA, Ireland, New Zealand, USA, where else? I'll come back to you and post those ones up there for you. The UK, obviously, so it won't affect those. However, it's possibly and most likely going to affect everyone else. So if you're, from any other country other than those, you're most likely going to have to do an English test. It still hasn't come in, and we're not sure exactly when it will come in. And we don't know the level which will be required, but we're thinking most likely it may be around functional English. So, for example, about 4.5 in IELTS. So remember that applicants will need this and permanent resident sponsors. So it's going to be great news for all these English language testing centres. We're going to make loads of money. But overall, it's a huge change if they bring it in on partner visas. It's never been there before. It's going to put a lot of stress on couples, especially those who've been hard hit by COVID. Definitely, losing your job, and now you've got another stress to deal with, potentially having to get a required score to be able to get a partner visa. So the details still haven't come out. We don't know whether it's going to be time of application they'll require the English score or time of decision. So it could be awful and terrible if it's time of application, because if your visa is running out and you can't get the required English score, then obviously you're not going to be able to lodge the visa. But as I said, we still don't know, so fingers crossed it's not time of application. Okay, so that's one of the big changes coming in. We will let you know as soon as we know any different and when those changes come into effect. So what else has happened? So also in one of the budget papers, they've made reference to the family sponsorship framework for partner visas. So they're basically saying they're going to mandate character checks and sharing of personal information as part of this sponsorship application. So what we're reading into that potentially, you may have heard in the news over the last 12 months where immigration were thinking of bringing out a change in how you apply for a partner visa. So instead of being able to put the application together and lodge it, prior to lodging, you would need an approved sponsorship, or your partner would, your Aussie sponsor would need the approved sponsorship before lodging the application. So it hasn't come in yet, but they've mentioned this in the budget, so there's a potential this may happen. It's already happened on, I think, the 870 sponsored parent visa, so it's potentially likely to happen on the partner visas. So you may think, oh, this doesn't matter, we can get the sponsorship approval, no problem. But if you think about it in a bit more depth, you realize that lots of people lodge partner visas in Australia while holding visitor visas. If you need a sponsorship approval before being able to lodge, well, you don't know how long that's going to take. So say your visitor visa is running out in 3 months, you need to get this sponsorship approval approved, and it doesn't get approved. What are you going to do? You can't lodge the partner visa anymore. You may have to lodge another visa to try and stay. It all becomes very, very messy. And you're relying on immigration approving the sponsorship application before you can lodge the actual visa application, and so be able to obtain the bridging visa, etc., and be able to stay in Australia. So this is a huge change if they're going to bring that in. So again, watch this space, and we'll let you know as soon as it comes in. But yeah, overall, if you're eligible for lodging the partner visa, I would be looking at submitting it sooner rather than later before all these changes come in. What else? So they also talked about the prospective marriage visa, the subclass 300. So what they've said there is they're going to offer a refund. So to those who have applied or been granted that visa. So because lots of people who are stuck overseas because of COVID, they've been granted these prospective marriage 300 visas, but can't come in to Australia. So immigration have announced that they will give a refund to these this cohort of applicants, cohort of visa holders. So essentially, the way we're reading it is bad news for prospective marriage visa holders who are stuck overseas and cannot come in, because immigration are offering a refund, meaning that they're not going to allow them entry into the country, or those entry dates will expire. Okay, so yeah, there it is. I hope that has been helpful for you. I hope you can hear me correctly after talking for 15 minutes. I hope the audio and everything's working. So yeah, thank you very much for listening. Please feel free to share the video with anyone you like. As I said, we're just here to help you. If you need any assistance with your partner visa application, please contact me directly. So I'm Andrew McAuley from Visa Makers, and my email is andrew@visamakers.com.au. Happy to help. And as I said, if you wish to enroll on the Relationship Bundle course, it's on offer at the moment for just $49 a month. It's ridiculously good value. You can cancel any time, and the link, as I said, is in the description to this video. Okay, everyone, I'm going to go and grab some lunch. I wish you all the best. Take care, and we'll be in touch very, very soon. Take care for now.